This is Team BDS. They're one of the best Rocket League teams of the online era.
Always having to play as clinically as possible. Extra is still on this, you know. He's managed to hit the backboard. Actually, he's managed to hit the top shelf with it.
The way that BDS play is so solid, so consistent, that I don't see Secret being a problem for them.
So how did they go 0-6 at the London Major? Let's find out. For the first kickoff of the series, both teams set up in a default format, with one player cheating and one player going for the back corner boost. Math manages to lose the kickoff back left to Sad so he can make a solo play. Monkey Moon was BDS's corner man, so he has to make a challenge fast to get Sad to release the ball. When you challenge a player high in the air in pro play, your objective is always to force them to the back wall, to avoid a situation where the player with possession fakes and goes under to get a flip reset, putting your third man in a tough situation. The force comes through, but Seiko doesn't go to the back wall, instead opting to stay grounded, making the read extremely difficult to time properly. He does make contact with the ball, but Math sees that he's awkward and delays his 50 to put the ball into forward motion, getting the goal. One thing that went unnoticed on stream was Sad's wave dash to recover his car after getting sent into the air awkwardly following his first touch. Without this, he would not have been able to beat Monkey Moon to the ball, which would have prevented the play entirely. Here BDS is attempting to transition out of defense as Seiko makes a booming clear up the field. Monkey Moon is already lurking on the offensive half to get a redirect, gaining the offensive zone effectively. Seiko forces an awkward touch from Sad with a fake challenge, allowing Extra to take the space to make a play on the ball. Extra gets a touch off the corner past Knight that he can follow up on. This freezes Math at the near post as he has to play both the shot and the pass. Extra notices this and infields it straight to Seiko, who turns in aggressively following the fake challenge. Seiko slots it top right past Math. This play had to be quick as both Sad and Knight were hauling ass back to defense to help their stranded teammate. Any backboard pass or slow play from Extra would have fizzled out, but he made the correct decision and it led to a goal. The play starts with Knight dusting Extra to get the ball upfield to Sad and gain the offensive zone. With control of the ball, Sad takes it around the corner and flicks it from the back wall and into the slot. Seiko was tucked into the near post, flat-footed, and not prepared for the pass. Luckily, Knight misread the play and wasn't in a position to take advantage. As the ball comes back to Math, he knows he has to make time for his teammates to grab boost and reposition, so he takes control and opts into a 50-50 in the corner. As he starts his rotation out, he looks for some demos on BDS to mess up their defensive structure. He dives for Seiko at the back post, sending him into the net. But as Monkey Moon attempts to control the ball from his own back wall, Math sees his chance and takes it, backflipping at the precise moment Monkey Moon loses control, surprising all three BDS members and getting the goal. Once again, BDS is out on transition with Monkey Moon lurking upfield for an outlet pass. As he puts the ball off the sidewall ramp, Seiko jumps up quickly with a full tank of boost and touches it to the back wall, attempting a double. Extra moves up as third man, trusting that Seiko will make the touch, but Seiko misses it instead. Sad reads the bounce perfectly and gets a deceptively powerful shot towards the net over Extra's head to give Team Secret a 3-1 lead. Some sustained offense from BDS leads to a chance for Extra to put together a solo play with 100 boost off the sidewall. Sad challenges him and takes a 50-50 that drops right to Seiko. As Seiko goes up for the shot, Knight is sliding off the back wall, leaving the area wide open for a signature Seiko double tap. Instead, Seiko decides to take a quick shot, but Knight is up to the task as he quickly jumps and pinches it off his own crossbar, saving it and gaining some much-needed space. The pressure doesn't stop though, as Monkey Moon gets a beautiful pop past Math and dusts Sad to send the ball to the back wall and into the slot for Extra to follow up on. Extra comes through but shanks the shot, giving Knight the opportunity to react and send the ball away. Seiko jumps up for the loose clear and puts it off the side, redirecting it at an insane angle with plenty of speed and accuracy to end up in a goal. With only 12 boost, Math jumps up to knock the ball off the crossbar, making a miraculous save. Team Secret survive BDS's strongest attack of the game and go on to win Game 1, 4-1. The first play in Game 2 starts with Sad sending the ball to BDS's backboard and moving into the goal area to demo Extra and open up some space for his teammates. Seiko inexplicably rushes his touch on the back wall, knocking the ball out of reach of any follow-up and dangerously sending the ball back middle. Monkey Moon moves back, timing his arrival to the near post, just as Math would take the shot, upping his chance of making a save. Math notices this and opts to slow play it. as Monkey Moon is pointed sideways and won't be able to properly approach the ball. He manages to get the perfect 50, muscling the ball across the goal line to get the first goal of the game. Here, BDS have kept up some offensive pressure as the ball bounces over to the side of the field. Knight attempts to get a pinch clear, but misses it, and instead the ball heads towards Monkey Moon. With only 50 boost, he gets a pop that he can follow up on, forcing Math to make a poor challenge. The 50-50 comes through and drops dead straight down to Extra, making Sad extremely awkward on the back wall. Extra flicks the ball past 2 defenders and his own teammate to thread the needle and tie the game. To start, Seiko is controlling the ball on Team Secret's side of the half. Sad easily reads Seiko's fake and follows the ball up the wall. Both Monkey Moon and Extra are in full retreat, giving Sad the time and space to tap the ball up to the ceiling and make an amazing pass right down into Math's shooting radius. Math is a little slow to the ball though, allowing Extra to get his bearings and 50 him. Seiko rotated back to net super fast in a panic, as it seemed his teammates were in big trouble. This led to him having to stop all his momentum to keep his defensive positioning. Knight patiently waited far enough back as third man to capitalize on the errant 50 and get up to the ball fast, dusting Seiko and getting an easy goal. With little time left, Team Secret is trying to keep the offensive zone and stall for the ending of the game. When Sad tries to keep it in with a soft touch, he misses the angle a bit and puts it dangerously mid. Knight is frozen as third man, respecting Monkey Moon's ability to put a shot on, but he doesn't notice Seiko is lurking up into an aggressive position. Monkey Moon lasers it straight to Seiko, who is able to put it into the ceiling, where the ball waterfalls down to the perfect spot for Monkey Moon to finish it off in the top corner. It's amazing how just one small mistake from Sad ended up in a goal for BDS. The game was in danger of ending in the fading seconds of regulation, as Sad almost had the shot of a lifetime. Seiko managed to barely get a touch on it, but the ball was still in an awkward spot for BDS to deal with. Knight went up and very nearly placed it in the left side of the net, but it just went wide. BDS's only good chance in overtime came from a beautiful setup from Monkey Moon. Seiko had the double in sight, but Math denied him with a perfectly timed pre-jump. The final play comes off a pinch with the sidewall, sending the ball to the complete opposite side of the field, where Math and Seiko rush to get to the ball first. Math not only beats Seiko, but puts the ball in prime position for Sad to follow up on and take a clean shot. Extra makes a diving, last-ditch effort, but had no chance to block it. BDS really didn't make a mistake here, and this shows how in just a few seconds, the game can end almost completely out of your control.
He's there for the shot, and he's there for the winner! 3-2 on 3 minutes of overtime, and Secret 2 to the good!
With BDS down 2-0, they're looking to get the first score in Game 3 and try and move the momentum into their favor. Except less than a minute in, Sad makes an exceptional play, flicking it past the diving Extra and toggling off ball cam to turn his sights towards the challenging Seiko. Seiko has the block for sure, but Sad's bump gives Knight the space to set up a double tap. Monkey Moon turns defensively into net, respecting the potential scoring opportunity, but in turn makes himself extremely awkward for the follow-up once Knight misses it. This gives Math the chance to cover up his teammate's mistake and get the first goal of Game 3. BDS are able to tie the score back up off of a fortunate kickoff, allowing themselves to mentally reset and still have a chance at taking this game and turning the tide for the series.
Right off a kickoff!
Both teams are set up defensively, neither one wanting to give the other a lead. Monkey Moon sends the ball downfield for a waiting Team Secret duo. Sad passes it up to Math, who hits it hard off the back wall and doubles it just above Extra's head. So did Seiko just miss? Well, not really. While Monkey Moon was clearing the ball, both Extra and Seiko were vying for the corner boost. When Extra got it, he pushed upfield, while Seiko was left as third, hoping that the other corner boost would respawn by the time he got there. When it didn't, he was left with a mere 17 boost to react to the play. The ball ended up being just slightly out of reach, and Extra was sat in a horribly awkward position on the near post, giving Math the free double tap. It shows how much confidence Team Secret was playing with, because many players would expect Seiko to get that touch and stop boosting, but Math followed through. It's also infuriating from Seiko's perspective, as the guy who just took your 100 leaves you out to dry and is useless at the near post. On the very next kickoff, Knight makes the play of the series. As he goes back right and chips the ball off the sidewall, he allows himself to get a very easy setup that's impossible for Seiko to predict or read. He then finishes off the play with a crazy tight angle double. Monkey Moon simply could not react. The nail in the coffin comes quick as BDS give possession to Sad in the back corner once again. This time he opts for a bang to the open back wall. Seiko, like Monkey Moon in the very first clip, moves up the field way too far. This makes the read on the bounce almost impossible, allowing Sad to clean up the easy shot. Extra added to the panic as he went for the mid boost rather than helping his teammate in the dangerous situation. The 3 goals in succession shifted the momentum heavily in Team Secret's favor, and they rode that for the rest of the game and closed out the series in a clean sweep.
Yes, falling apart here. Kickoff goal in return, but a costly whiff. What's the price of that, and what's the price to pay BDS?
It seemed to be a common thread throughout the series for BDS, that they would always put themselves in unnecessarily difficult situations. Team Secret played great and capitalized on their many errors. The turning point for the series was definitely that overtime goal in Game 2, where Seiko was beat to the ball by just a few pixels. With that said, it's surprising how many mistakes BDS made. Some mistakes were textbook scenarios for pro teams that they should always be getting right, let alone the best team in Europe. So it's a wonder, what went wrong with BDS? We've seen the gameplay, but there's something more behind the scenes. We may never know what it was.